Good morning, students. This is the biology class of standard 10. In this video, we are going to discuss regarding the human digestive system. How the digestion take place in the humans. Human digestion is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in which the organisms do not prepare their own food. They depend directly or indirectly for the autotrophs. Why I am saying that directly or indirectly both? Because human being is a omnivorous. So for the omnivorous being the omnivorous, they depend directly as well as indirectly on the autotrophs. It is a holozoic nutrition. In the holozoic nutrition, food is taken inside the body, and when the complex food is broken down into the simplest form, and the simplest form, then it is absorbed and utilized by the body. First, we'll start discussing. Before discussing, it is necessary that we should have a rough diagram of human digestive system. Now see it. Just see how we are drawing it. It would be helpful for you also for the examination purpose. At least you will be able to draw the rough diagram. This is roughly the human digestive system. You have seen how I have tried to draw it. Start from the large intestine, then make the pancreas, J-shaped structure, that is the stomach, that is the liver, gallbladder, diaphragms, and this comes from the mouth. Here in this esophagus or food pipe, the food is coming from the mouth. Now, seeing these diagrams clearly, now we start. The digestions can be divided into two basic parts. One is mechanical digestion, another one is chemical digestion. Mechanical digestion takes place in the mouth itself because we chew the food and breaking down it into the small particles, very small particles. It is done with the help of our 32 teeth. An adult has 32 teeth, which consist of incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. These combinedly act as a cutting, biting, tearing, crushing, and grinding the food. These foods are crushed and grind into the very small pieces or small particles, which may be suited for the digestion. Another things that happens in the mouth is a little bit part of chemical digestion also. What happens in the case when we talk about the chemical digestion? When we talk about the chemical digestion, that the salivary gland that is present, it releases the saliva, and when the releases saliva, it contains amylase enzyme. This amylase is responsible for the breaking down of starch into the maltose sugar. It means first digestion of food take place in the mouth itself, and in the mouth the digestion of starch take place, not the protein and fat. Starch is the carbohydrate. It means where the first digestion take place, the first digestion take place in the mouth, and it is also of the carbohydrate, that is starch. What happens? The amylase enzyme that is secreted by the salivary glands convert starch into the maltose sugar. Salivary glands also secrete the mucin. Then it makes the food slippery because tongue mixes the saliva into the food and makes it slippery. Soft and slippery, and if you are making it soft and slippery, it is not harming the food pipe, which is very soft and delicate. You might have felt sometime when you are swallowing the food, it is not going away, you have to use the water. It means you have just swallowed it without chewing it, that it is said that we must chew one chyme for the 32 times, so that it is completely mixed with the saliva and digestion of carbohydrate, means starch over here itself for the further use. Now from the mouth, when we swallow the food with the help of our tongue. Tongue helps in swallowing the food. It means we can classify the tongue has three main functions. First, it mixes the saliva into the food, and when the saliva is mixed, it becomes slippery and digestion of starch starts. Second, it helps in the taste. We feel different types of taste because tongue contains the taste buds, and it also helps in swallowing and speaking. We use the different words using the tongue itself. Without tongue, if you try to speak, you cannot speak it. If you try to swallow without using your tongue, because tongue pressurizes the upper part and then it's swallowed. It pushes the food inside the food pipe and it is a oesophagus. From mouth, where the food is taken inside the body, to the anus, where it is thrown out. It is about 25 feet long. ये alimentary canals or gastrointestinal tracts. This tract starting from the mouth to the anus. It is called alimentary canals, or it is also called gastrointestinal tract. In this gastrointestinal tract, the oesophagus or food pipe, it is 25 centimeter long. Or it is called food pipe. No digestion takes place in the oesophagus. Only the peristaltic movement of the oesophagus makes the food slip down and it's coming to the stomach. In the alimentary canals, it is the broadest parts. It means the diameter is the maximum of the alimentary canal or gastrointestinal canal where it is a stomach. A stomach is the J-shaped muscular wall. It is a very strong and muscular wall. And always the contraction and relaxation means peristaltic movement take place. In the stomach itself, the wall of stomach secretes gastric juice. Wall of the stomach secretes gastric juice. In gastric juice, it contains mucus, then hydrochloric acid and pepsin. Three things is secreted by the gastric, means wall of gastric juice. Gastric juice contains these three things. Mucus, what are the mucus works? Mucus make a thin layer on the wall of the stomach. It protects the wall of the stomach from the action of the acid. This stomach, due to peristaltic movement, it keeps on mixing the food and HCl. Pepsin works in the acidic medium, and what is the work of HCl that is secreted? HCl creates the acidic medium for the working of the pepsin. It is said that pepsin works best between the 1.5 pH to 2.5 pH. You will go through in the chemistry. Potential of hydrogen, it is regarded as the intensity and strength of the acid. So pepsin works in the acidic medium. Best if you can say we take the average, it will go for the 2, but it ranges from 1.5 to 2.5. HCl creates the acidic medium, and another work, HCl kills the germs, microorganisms that comes with the food. It means we can say HCl has the two main works. What are the two main works? First, it kills the germs that comes with the food inside the stomach. Second, it creates the acidic medium for the action of pepsin. And what does the pepsin do? It starts the digestion of protein. Mouth में किसका digestion start हुआ था? In mouth we have read the digestion of carbohydrate has started, and in the stomach the digestion of protein has started. This pepsin converts the protein into a small amino acid groups. Amino acid chain, long chain of amino acid has been broken down. Now, from here itself, when the food is completely converted into most digested form, what is the most digested form we can say? It becomes a paste type of structures, and when a paste type of structures it start moving from the stomach. From the stomach it goes to the small intestine. In a small intestine we can divide into two parts. One is duo, half parts. Jejunum and ileum. This part, after the food is becoming a chyme and released from the stomach, it enters into the duodenum. This is the first and smallest part of the small intestine. Now see, when the food is released from here, it is acidic. And mucus is present only over here, then what will happen? It is coming to the duodenum. In the duodenum, it's received pancreas, it received the pancreatic juice, and from the liver it receives the bile juice. Gallbladder, it is the gallbladder which stores the bile juice, and bile juice is released, stored in the gallbladder, then it is done. Both have the two works. The pancreatic juice contains alkaline. Pancreatic juice contains alkaline, carbonate and trypsin. From here it is like this. The pancreatic juice that is released and coming to the duodenum, it is alkaline carbonate. Alkaline means it is basic carbonate. When acidic and base react, it forms salt and water. It means the action of the acid that is released in the stomach, it has been nullified in the duodenum itself. यहीं पे खत्म हो जाएगा. It means here it is becoming salt and water. The trypsin, it is a part, it converts, so digest and breaking down the long chain of amino acid into the small parts of amino acid. And the lipase, that is a part of the bile juice, it emulsified the fat and breaking down into the small bubbles, which is the big bubbles, it is broken down into the small bubbles. From here is the small bubbles. It is coming to the intestine, upper part of the intestine, which is called jejunum. Here the complete digestion takes place. In the small intestinal juice is released, and this intestinal juice complete the digestion of food. It means here carbohydrate is broken down into glucose, protein amino acid and fat into fatty acid and glycerol. It means where the complete digestion take place. The complete digestion take place in the small intestine. It has been broken down into the simplest form where it becomes ready for the absorption. In a small intestine, a finger-like projections are there. This finger-like projection is called villi. It increases the surface area for the absorption. The digested food, the carbohydrate, the protein and the fat, it start getting absorbed, digested, absorbed in the jejunum itself. Vitamin B12 and other nutrients are absorbed in the ileum. It means the whole intestine, a small intestine, which is about 9 feet in length, that the complete digestion and absorption of nutrients had been taken place. From the small intestine, the food enters into the large intestine. You can say food enters into the large intestine. It moves in the large intestine. It enters. This is the appendix. It has actually no use in our digestive system. The villi type of projections are also found on the wall of the large intestine, and it absorbs the water that is present into it. It absorbs the water and the rest undigested food, the waste materials, is passes through it and it is means collected in the rectum, then is thrown out through the anus. This is a complete digestion, how the digestion take place in the human being, that we have gone through the diagrams. You should go through this video and your NCERT book to understand how the digestion take place in the human being, from the taking in the food till the it is expelled out. Carbohydrate, protein, fat, other nutrients get digested, and in the small intestine it has been absorbed. In the large intestine the water has been absorbed, then the rest undigested food has been thrown out of the body. Now it is complete. Now thank you.